December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Welcome back to Ace Attorney.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
Memory of a crime that I committed. Memory of murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. How do we finish the conversation after that? They just say like, you know what, never mind, I'm not gonna tell you, and you're like, alright, fine. Is that what happened? What? Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never.
Nick.
Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swimming in the aisles. Huh, Maya?
Swooning?
Me?
Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on. Tell me the truth. But it was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today.
You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
Yeah, because he was. The judge actually declared him guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious. The Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth all about that night?
Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me?
But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick?
Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when you first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
We didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. Yeah, in 4th grade, I knew all the kids were like, man, I cannot wait to be a defense attorney. They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Sorry, I kinda forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear the story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial.
A class trial?
You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Ah, I see.
Is that not a common thing? Did people not do that? Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it.
Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
And the next day we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant.
I didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Get the money back! You're such a meanie! Don't play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, no more borrowing my eraser! No, shouldn't be allowed in the relay race or in the library committee! Give me back 50 cents to loan you! I missed the last one, something about the bank the other day. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. I knew it. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, and no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Why does Phoenix seem like so much bigger than everybody else? And I guess everyone else is sitting down. They just seem so, I don't know, kind of lanky and bulky for 3rd grade. Not bulky in like arm stature, but like, well, one, he's got the shoulders of a titan right now. Like, look at that. Like, there's no droop in those shoulders at all. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the 3 of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I had been there, they would have thought I'd done it. But I took it kind of personally, see? If something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. Remember, his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. Famous defense attorney. And a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him.
I didn't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
Really? I went through all that schooling just to meet him again? If anything, I just accused somebody of some bullshit. Somebody I didn't like of some bullshit to get him to, and hire him as my attorney. Or as my prosecutor or whatever. If I was the defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me. I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free?
Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Aw, Nick. 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 You have to save Mr. Edgeworth. If it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. Very well, maybe.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. You need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. Guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. It's like, yeah, I don't need this evidence anymore. Didn't matter. What do we get rid of? What do you think? We still have... We don't have, what's her name? I can't remember her name. This is a new session. But the country girl, homegirl's, her testimony's gone. That's one thing I can think of. Still have this, though. That's gotta be important. Anyway. Let's head to the detention center first. Let's just work our way down the list. December 27th, Detention Center. Visitors room. Look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
The lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
But it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks.
That said,
it does sound like the kind of thing you do. Haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? I used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I feel so. This could be just completely obvious, but I'm just gonna state it there, just show that I thought about it. I've been sitting on this for a minute, but like, I assume he wants to be a prosecutor because the guy got off innocent and killed his dad. I feel like that's a pretty easy conclusion to jump to, but I guess Phoenix hasn't drawn that conclusion. You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me. You want me to defend criminals? Yep. I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Johnny Yogi. Had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That'd be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. We were rescued. We all suffered oxygen deprivation. I lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. I went briefly Scottish there for a second. It was the crux of Yogi. Damn it. Yada Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
All the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? What you're saying is true. You're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, I had the controller sitting on the table and I was just hitting the A button. So if you heard any weird buzzing during that, that's because the controller vibrated. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Just in case you forgot, by the way, I am a defense attorney. Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that. Alright, well, let's head to the lake. December 27th, Ward Lake Park, entrance. Hey pal, long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. It's just fine to me. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Excuse me.
Detective Gumshoe sure is, active today.
Oh, one other thing.
Hey.
No one can go into the woods today.
The woods?
A lot of us camping. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
I guess Lada's in a lot of trouble.
That's the girl I was talking about earlier. Her testimony's gone from the court record. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. So, okay, I can still go to the beach. December 27th, Gourd Lake, Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Now this is where I know we gotta go. December 27th, boat rental shop. Little caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I did. I called it a while. I called it before it was obvious, I think. I don't know when everybody else found out, but I assume everybody knew it as soon as they said DL6. But I called it before then. I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see? Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edward's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. May be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. The caretaker must have run for the hills, huh? Yeah, looks like it. He didn't seem like a bad person. Can I go in? I can. Okay. I didn't know if it would have been locked or something. December 27th, caretaker's shack. If you left Polly here. Nobody's home. Hello? Hello? Ah! Hey, it's Polly. Wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello? Hello? Ah! Can't believe you'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Ah! Hello? Hello? Ah! Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. Probably shouldn't just kidnap her. Please know about her anyway. Sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Alright, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Everything's cold. He didn't turn his heater on. He hasn't been back here since the trial. The safe! That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1, 2, 2, 8. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aww. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. Might as well. Like, you're investigating a murder case and your prime suspect has a safe in their place of living. I think that's pretty reason enough to do it. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. Handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, how would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. Yep. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. He left it for himself. I'm telling you right now, he wrote it to himself. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Hauling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. He killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, who was following instructions.
Who could have written that letter?
Himself.
What does it mean, get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue.
Excuse me.
Alright. Sounds like we should head to Grossberg Law offices, right? I can't, so let's head to the Criminal Affairs Department first. December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. Boat shop caretaker. Shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal.
Good luck, Gumshoe.
Hey, maybe I have to go back to our place first.
1 day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Doing this so I can go to Grossberg, because I have to come here first for some reason. December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. He's out. Again.
When does he work anyway?
Now, don't be harsh. Guess I'll have to come back later. I guess I can show you the letter. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives.
I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know.
Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Oh my god, Phoenix, put it together. Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
He was following this letter then.
Which means there was someone else behind it.
Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life.
Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance.
That part I'm not sure why it means that.
Last chance.
Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. That makes sense. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
Suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Danny Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Earthquake. Excuse me. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up our oxygen! That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yana Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed in the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh? But isn't that strange? I thought I chose him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these past few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. Memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed? Memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing, in the dark.
Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up our oxygen! I can't breathe! You're using up my air! What? Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! What are you? Stop breathing my air!
No, Father! He's attacking Father! Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. And a day that I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! With that scream, I wake. The bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? I say sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? Think about it that way. This letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Yep. This man. December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the teenagers died. Excuse me. No. I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. So, I'm hearing that this is not the case, because I actually theorized this a long time ago. I think I mentioned it on this video. I don't remember exactly when I mentioned it, but I did at some point mention it. I'm 90% sure I mentioned it. I'm 100% sure I thought of it. But now that they're actually saying it, without it being in court, I'm starting to think it's not the case. Like they want us to start believing it. And it's going to swerve back to, no, he didn't kill his father. At some point when we're in court tomorrow. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without a peer. Sounds trite, but it's true. Well, you may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister. Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. Excuse me. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I'm Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. But Yogi was found innocent. That was when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. Don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. A possibility nonetheless. Let's show him the note. Oops. Oh ho! So is this the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter. And he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney. But he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. For his own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict, but for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? It's the bailiff's. You have any idea who wrote this? Maybe it was Yanni Yogi? Yanni Yogi? Claimed he wrote himself this letter, then followed his own instructions. Yeah, I guess that would be what happened. Huh, perhaps you think Mr. Yogi has a split personality? I think that's definitely a possibility, yes. Or he didn't trust his own memory. Because of the memory loss issue he developed with the lack of oxygen, because he can only remember the past few years or whatever, right? So this is for, that's why it was put in the safe. It was the safe for a later date, to remind himself. No, I think not. I do not know this Yogi in any case. There's no way I would recognize his handwriting. Oh, right. Yes, Wright. I'll ask you again. Any idea who wrote this? Von Karma, then. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Oh, would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Oh, wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct, Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? It truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, and he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? He and Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yes, I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. Maybe seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? Just 15 years ago, von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. Must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first, and the last vacation he's taken in his many years as a prosecutor. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. And now I feel inexperienced. I've only been to one of those things, which is the sea. Well, mountains, I guess, is debatable. I technically live close to mountains, just very small ones. We're in Tennessee. No, I guess I've been to the Smokies. I've been to the Smokies, which are also here in Tennessee, but on the other side. But I haven't been to like the Rockies or the Alps or anything like that. Anything crazy. But I've certainly never been to Europe. I've never left the country. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. I wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? I mean, you can't have your perfect record be squandered if you don't do any more cases.
What do we do, Nick? When Karma is going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it.
Wait, so wasn't Von... No, Von Karma was not the prosecutor in DL6 because he was found the dude was found innocent. I don't know why I thought he was the prosecutor in DL6. So, part of me thinks Von Karma had something to do with DL6 because he said that that case that we just talked about with Von Karma and Gregory Edgeworth was 15 years ago. Just like DL6 was. He took a vacation right afterwards, and DL6 was at the very end of the year. So assuming they were talking the same calendar year, it was likely before DL6. And so the vacation was... the DL6 happened during his quote-unquote vacation. Just something to chew on. Not hard pressing it yet, but something to chew on.
What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know?
Isn't that called manslaughter? I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. Can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, you say so. Suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg,
Thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding anything are slim.
I understand. Police materials. Looking at mahogany bookshelves, expensive looking books. No, better than there. Mahogany desk. Okay. So like, I guess I go somewhere else in the meantime. And talk about nothing new to present, right? Let's head back to Criminal Affairs, maybe? Aha! December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs.
There's hardly anyone here.
You must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Oh, it's you! I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check the records room again.
Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there.
Von Karma?
Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry!
Yeah, he messes with evidence, so he should probably go right in there. December 27th, Police Department, Records Room. Get my throat ready.
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. On Karma. Open drawer.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says, Unsolved Cases, Evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick, the file for DL6 is completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
Eek! Von Karma.
You. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. defense team. Ahem. I beg your pardon. See, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
See how this guy was Edward's mentor.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? Romanticists who still can't shed that veneer of amateurs. Just like his father, always second rate.
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against me, a defense attorney. Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. What I don't get is, why do you take his son under your wing afterwards? Son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
Maybe he was trying to make Edgeworth a prosecutor instead of a defense attorney, so he doesn't do it to anyone else or do it to him ever again? Maybe?
Tomorrow will be the last day of the trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
You're quite the researcher. You've done your homework so well, and certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
You're right. Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6 in court tomorrow. I don't know if this will do anything. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. Many years as a bit since I've heard him cold by that night. He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What?
Nick, what is that thing?
A stun gun. For self-defense. Usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
600,000.
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter.
No.
No!
Whoa, what are you?
Nick, run!
Maya! Out of my way! Got us. The letters gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, my words. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya.
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. Useless. No good as a lawyer or medium. Can't even call my sister. Not even now, when I need her the most. Wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya. There should be some way I can help her. Better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? Bill 6 at the incident. Evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Remember, when Karma was holding this and Maya jumped in. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. Alright. Another chapter from this episode that is less than an hour. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.